Yeah, I think sometimes, you know, um, the one thing that I do when I get home and we've drawn a game and we haven't won, I'm a little bit down in that, and my family always say, but at least you didn't lose. And then I always say, but we lost 2 points. But I think today is a different story. I think it was a point gained, um, considering the circumstances and playing with 10 men for as long as we had to. So I think it's a really good point for us against a really good team. It just keeps a little bit of a mini unbeaten run now. It goes to six, 3 wins and 3 draws, and that's six. So, I'd always just hoped and told the players that for us to challenge and be in the top three, which was our ambition, we just need to go on those sort of runs where you just remain unbeaten and get back to back wins when you can. So I just thought, in terms of just a moral victory, to come away from today with at least a point, it felt for us like a victory. So I just, from a tactical point of view, I think they started the game really well. First 10, 15 minutes were a little bit sort of giving them too much space and time with their two centre backs, uh, sort of playing close to the centre circle, and then we were too much on the back foot. So the idea then, after sort of 15, 20, we're a little bit more brave in terms of releasing sort of the front players at the right time to put a bit more pressure, just so that they couldn't get into our half as easily. So I think after 20, 25 minutes, the game settled a bit, where it became a little bit more sort of stalemate. Not too many big chances created by either team. So it was a bit of a tactical battle. And then obviously when we went to 10 men, we dropped Sishle in, and it was about 9, 10 minutes to go. So we just felt, maybe let's just try and see it out till half time and then see, what we need to do. So it wasn't just like immediately make the replacement. Um, Half time we came in, we felt, unfortunately, we had to sacrifice one or two players. Hence, we made the two changes. Devon a little bit with a knock on the head. Plus, he's already played a lot of minutes, and we have a big game away to Sekakune. So, and then Andre, just to get a bit more legs in midfield with Jabbar. Second half, I think it was obvious we just had to defend the lead and hoped maybe for one moment of brilliance, maybe a set piece, maybe a big transition. We didn't really create from that. Um, but yeah, it became just holding out for at least 1 point, which I think was a massive point. I don't think they created too many chances themselves, even though they had all the possession. Obviously, the goal they scored, fortunately, was offside. But besides that, I think really had the one shot which Oscarine saved. But besides that, I thought we defended really well with a lot of determination. So sometimes you win games 4-5-0. You play really good football. You're proud of your team. Today I was proud in a different way. Just again, to keep on just showing them resilience and the attitude and the commitment that the players done. I think if you can do that over a long period of time, you will get more success than not.
Thank you, Coach. Questions?
I just want to say, Coach, you should play more with 10 men. Coach, just on Anyango, he gets called up to the national team, and unfortunate with the sending off. How did you feel about that decision?
Yeah, look, I haven't seen the replay, but probably last defender and plays on goal. So I was hoping it was going to be a yellow, but I wasn't surprised that it was a red. So yeah, I think if you look at the context, he was the last defender. So probably is a red.
Sorry, just he hasn't played much. Just
Yes.
if he does make the final squad
Yes.
under Benny, what does he offer them?
Look, if I was, I think Benny's done the right thing. Brian offers character, leadership. He's one of the best humans I've worked with. I think he plays with his heart on his sleeve. The way he encourages players, the way he speaks to the young players, I think as a national team player, to have him back in the fold, I think he adds that. Plus, sometimes in Africa, World Cup qualifiers, you need a bit of aerial strength, strong defend at the back. But I think from a footballing point of view, he's calm. He doesn't give the ball away. Obviously, a little bit older, a little bit of lack of pace. But maybe on the continent, certain games he will be suited for. But the main reason that he'll benefit the team is just the person that he is.
Coach?
I would say this was Alex's best game, and I saw him helping the right back when he comes inside to let him go alone, which I think did that job very well. Was it more of an instruction that you gave him, or did he just notice that as a player?
No, I think when you play Pirates, the biggest threat can be when they play with sort of the wingers inside.
Inside.
And Cotta's more of an outside winger, running at you, coming on the left foot, where Mofokeng is more the inside, especially when you have Hotto. So we sort of knew that that would be a threat to us. So the initial plan was to just, first of all, stop their sixes getting the ball. So if you can stop that, they don't advance it to the sort of players in the pockets like Lamini and Mofokeng. So that was part of the plan. And I agree with you. I thought him and Dooley were really special. I felt Janino was incredible amount of balls he won, and he was just superb on the night.
Which the defensive discipline. I know you mentioned 10 men, but also without your first choice goalkeeper, without Olivier Torre, must have made you very proud of just the guys who stepped in the squad.
Yes, most certainly. I think a couple of games back, Oscar had to come in for Sage, who was on 3 yellows, and we were a bit worried about the Chiefs game against Marumo. Kept a clean sheet, so kept another clean sheet. So it's good that he's putting sort of those type of performances in. It gives us sort of the comfort that if he needs to play, that he's more than capable of playing. So yeah, it was a couple of rotations to the team, and I thought all those that were given the chance today put their hand up. Players like Janina, um, yeah, who else? Yeah, Oscar, the other one.
I'll take the last 2 questions.
Coach, with the emotions of the way the game ended over the weekend, after the red card within 36 minutes, you would have, maybe I would have thought the player would say, "Here we go again." Just in terms of that conversation you had with them at halftime to come back and still keep calm and fight as they did, what was that like?
Yeah, look, it was one of those situations, and it was just encouraging the players that a little bit hasn't gone our way with the red card. Not saying it wasn't a red card, but now we are down to 10, so we just, if we want to salvage something, we have to show the character and the commitment, and everybody has to go out and fight for each other and work and almost play with a bit of anger in terms of where we are and the situation it was. But yeah, it is amazing how sometimes 10 men, they probably look more like scoring when we were 11. It's not the first time that's happened, but yeah, that was basically the message. Just go out and do the best that you can. And the longer the game went, I was hoping that maybe we could steal it, but yeah, not to be.
Can I ask you what you're expecting from Eric Sekukune? I mean, obviously they've got a game tomorrow night. We'll see. But what are you expecting from them on the weekend?
Difficult, yeah, difficult to answer because I think the time to sort of implement the way as Eric enjoys to see his teams play might not be enough. But looks like Akuna are a good solid team. They do things well. He may just perhaps look at making it a little bit more sort of control of the ball, um, and sort of a little bit maybe a higher sort of type of pressing type team. Perhaps a little bit more playing out of the back. So it'll be interesting to see tomorrow how they go. And the first 10, 15 minutes of our match against them, we'll have to quickly figure out the way they want to play. But yeah, it'll be interesting.
Thank you very much.